Well, this morning we are getting a little taste of normal again. High school football is back in St. Louis County, and tonight several teams will play at home for the first time all season. But not everyone around the bi-state is suiting up. We have team coverage for you this morning on youth sports. Our Savannah Louie is standing by in the Metro East, where teams have their sights set on a spring season. But first, we want to get out to our Ryan Hinson. He is live at Parkway North, where tonight's football game is going to look different, Ryan.
Yeah, it's going to look different. It's going to be football COVID style, so to speak. And really, abiding by the rules and the COVID protocols in place is going to be key for keeping the games going here in St. Louis County. And anybody who's really been involved with, football, whether it be cheerleading and the band or just one of the dedicated fans to going out to these games every weekend, you know how special of a time this is. I remember how special of a time it was for me. So everybody's got to come together, have some cooperation, and to keep this whole thing together. So every school has to fill out and submit a health and safety protocol report to the county in order to be approved to host games. And here's what it's going to look like, because it's going to take some work from players, coaches, and fans. For the athletes, routine health screenings, social distancing, and quarantining measures are a must in the plan in order to get county approval to play. County also wants to hold the fans accountable too in the stands. So social distancing will happen, mask wearing will happen, and we've heard Sam Page say before, it's those clusters of fans in the parking lot, in the stands, before the game, after the game, that really it poses a huge risk for spreading the virus. School have specific plans for fan management and contact tracing in those plans submitted to the health department. Some schools even handing out contact forms in order to get into the stadium to play. That way, if there is an outbreak, that contact information is readily available.
And one of the requirements of that plan is to demonstrate what your contact tracing program is going to look like, because we expect full cooperation from schools and athletic directors on contact tracing.
And so while football and all sports really are allowed to happen in the county, not all schools are eligible to play. Some schools still have their plans in the approval process. So make sure you check KSDK.com to see if your school's on that plan. But really, not all schools in the bi-state are even back playing. Across the river in Illinois, well, they're still sidelined. I'll let Savannah Louie explain.
Yeah, Ryan, no football here in Illinois, but here's the thing. Players and coaches, they say they're not angry anymore. In fact, they're actually excited for those Missouri students who are able to play. Right now, they're just looking forward to the spring season. Now, this information comes to us from head coach of Mascoutah, Josh Lee. He says the team can only practice twice a week, so the challenge now is keeping those athletes locked in for another 5 months. But at this point, those kids are just thankful to be on the field.
When our time comes, we have to be ready to go. So don't sit there and assume we're not playing. You need to assume that we are playing and get ready for when that happens. We've talked a long time about just trying to control what we can control, and that's what we have to do right now.
Four families filed a lawsuit against the Illinois High School Association. They asked for a temporary restraining order against the state's order to cancel most fall sports, including football, soccer, and volleyball. Last week, a judge in Illinois denied that request, citing safety reasons. Now, Illinois is one of 10 states that's not allowing fall football. Reporting live from Mascoutah, Savannah Louie, 5 on your side.
Savannah, thank you. For more information or a list of the teams who are back on the field, you can find this story on the 5 on your side app. We will have plenty of coverage of tonight's football games in our evening newscast.